Listen, I completely agree. But like it's tough because there's just not a lot of horses on this team. Like there's just not a lot of guys that can defend. But if we're talking about the whole Barrett and Ingram playing on the court together thing, there's really easy data to show how this works. It's simple. If RJ Barrett and Brandon Ingram are on the court together, you need to have Colin Murray Boyles and Scotty Barnes on the court together as well. Those four need to play together. You need to stagger these guys' minutes to create as few possible minutes of them on the court together as possible. But when they do play together, these two guys both need to be in. When the four of them are in, 117 offensive rating, 110 defensive rating, they win those minutes by 7. That's a good number. When these three are in without RJ Barrett, 114.3. Defensive rating goes to 106.7 because two great defenders with one poor defender, defense gets better. Win those minutes by 7.6. When these three are playing without Colin Murray Boyles, defensive rating goes to 121.4. So now all of a sudden you're talking about this is against an entire sample of everybody. This isn't playoff caliber teams, right? When this goes in leverage, it's 100% neutral. But look what happens to the offensive or the defensive rating when Murray Boyle steps out because Scotty Barnes, despite being so unbelievable on the defensive end, can't cover up for what these two don't do. Take off Ingram, defensive rating drops back down because you've got two elite defenders playing with one guy who's a joke on the defensive end. So they're able to make that hang, even though they, like I said, the offense, small sample too, but the offense falls apart. Take Barnes off the court, leave these. Murray Boyles can't do enough to make up for these two. Defensive rating jumps to 125. We're talking about like this is when Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears are on the court together levels of bad defense. So again, yeah, the offense is going to look nice when these two are on the court together hypothetically, but no one defender can make up for what they don't do on the defensive end. The reality is if these two are on if Ingram and Barrett are on the court together, Barnes and Murray Boyles need to be on the court with them to try to negate some of the things that they don't do on the defensive end because you can't just leave it with one. As we see, if it's just one of Murray Boyles or Barnes on the court, look what happens to the defensive rating with those two on. It turns into a joke. Those are bottom of the league ratings. These two guys need to play with these two guys if these two guys are on the court at the same time. It's really, really simple. They need that buffer. And here's the reality. These two guys combined make almost $70 million. And you need to babysit them with good defenders because they refuse to do it on that end. That's why a change needs to be made. That's why one of these guys needs to get gone. And the reality is, you can see it up here. We know which one it is.